No, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, does anybody know what they're doing when they have a baby at 3 weeks? You read books, you read apps, and then you get a baby and you're like, why did they let me walk out of the hospital with this?
Sometimes I feel like I know what I'm doing.
I worked as a nanny before I had children, so it definitely helped, but nothing can prepare you for twins.
At this point, I've got a few years under my belt, so I do feel a little bit more comfortable than I did when he was a baby.
As a mother of a 15-year-old, no, I do not know what I'm doing. It's a learning experience for me, but one that I'm enjoying most of the time.
Of course, I know what I was doing with him growing up, and right now he's away from home.
Sleep deprivation is probably the only thing that is hard right now.
To try to keep it interesting, actually, for her. She's at the age where she's starting to get bored by having the same things all the time or being shown the same things.
With twins, I have a limousine of a stroller. It takes me an hour to get out of the house in the morning. By the time I finish a diaper, I do a second diaper. By the time I finish a bath, I do it again. It's difficult. I know someday it will be rewarding. It may not feel it right now.
I didn't know how certain things would get a lot easier. I don't have to worry about these really basic caretaking issues. But a 5-year-old is really learning how to master their emotions, and one of the things that we work on a lot is talking about how our feelings shouldn't affect what we do in our lives.
Dealing with all the emotions that comes with being a teenager and trying to, make her happy and keep her grounded. And I want to keep her away from drugs and drinking. That's huge for me, especially the drugs. I tell her that every day.
That he was gonna have a lot of tattoos, earrings, and he was gonna be a DJ. My expectation, it was different, but that's the way he chose to have a career as a DJ. I respect that.
I cry at everything now. I cry looking at her, thinking how cute she is. I cry when she cries.
I've never really liked babies very much, and so I just assumed that this first year or so I would not be happy and not having a good time. I'm having a great time with her, and that surprised me.
I've had a difficult time from the beginning. It's not what I expected it to be. It's been nice to find other women who don't necessarily feel this overwhelming sense of love and oh my gosh, I'm a mother and doting and this and that, It's taken time to get comfortable with it.
I didn't realize how much he'd be watching my every move. For example, why is mommy going on this business trip? Or why does mommy, I just finished fundraising for my company, why is mommy raising money? What does it mean to raise money? And all of these very grown-up questions that are quite hard to explain, I think, to a 5-year-old.
Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. The fear of losing my 15-year-old. When she was 1, I couldn't wait for her to turn 2. When she was 2, I couldn't wait for her to turn 5, 10, 15. And now, I'm like, I want my years back. She'll be 18, and my fear is that she's gonna walk out the door and very rarely come back. And, oh my God, I'm getting emotional. I can't believe this.
It's a little hard to have a 30-year-old right now because you always worry more than when they're little. The little you have them next to you, and when they're older, you don't have them next to you, they're far away. And sometimes you wonder if he ate, did he have enough sleep? You don't know if he's drinking, he's party, or he's just watching TV and eating a good dinner.
We had a lot of trouble getting pregnant, and we had to do infertility treatments, and I did IVF. And I just want her to know how wanted and how loved she is.
The most rewarding thing is probably making her laugh.
I think that the thing I most appreciate right now, looking at the two of them, is when they started interacting with each other. It's such a fulfilling thing to see that they're gonna have each other always. So I try to remind myself that when it gets really difficult and I feel overwhelmed.
I love being a mom because I'm not the only thing that matters in the world. And sometimes that makes life just a lot more interesting and full.
With having kids, you have to become responsible for someone other than yourself. Your decisions are based on not what you want, but what you need. So everything changes, everything.
My son called me every single day to tell me how I'm doing, what am I doing, what I cook for dinner. But it made me feel good that he called me every single day because we have a really good relationship.
Thank you for being the best mom.
This is my mom.